So, Gerald, heading into this series, I mean, you couldn't be more opposite. You have the two different cities. You have Larry, the kid from French Lick, Magic, Showtime, and all that stuff. There's a lot of differences between these two teams.
Yeah, there was. Looking back at it, it was David and Goliath. The Lakers was supposed to beat our shoes off, but it didn't quite happen that way. When you look back at it, you had, the Lakers. They had players from Michigan State, North Carolina, UCLA, this one, that one, all the big schools. But when you look at the Celtics, we had a couple players from the big schools, but we had myself from Virginia Commonwealth. We had DJ from Pepperdine, Larry from Indiana State, Robert from Centenary. It was a series, like I said, David and Goliath, and I think we were a little more hungrier.
Gerald, you made some huge plays. Let's start with the one where you got out on the break, had the and one over Magic. Explain that play.
Well, in our series, it was a lot of opportunity for our big guys to break out, to dribble. And a lot of times our big guys would just say, go. And I had an opportunity to fill the lane. And Larry made a great pass to me. And I was able to make that layup. But, that went a long way. Larry was a great passer anyway, but it carried over to the team, so whoever was open, whoever had the best shot, they were going to get it.
Did you guys think it was going to be easier than it actually was?
I don't think so. We won a lot of games that year. The Lakers won a lot of games. So actually, to win 60-some-odd games, you go into no game thinking that you're going to dominate the other team. My theory is, the good teams play hard enough to win the games. So you don't go in thinking automatically you're going to dominate the team. And I played every game like it was the last game. So, the Lakers definitely was a formidable team, and Magic had already won a championship going into that. The 76ers had won the year before, but I think the Lakers won in 82 and we won in 81. So both teams knew what that atmosphere was about.
Were you guys thinking you had to foul, or you're like, hey, we have a little bit of time, we can go for a steal here?
Yeah, it was a situation where you have 18 seconds, and that's a lot of time. And we didn't have to foul at the time. So, when you're working that kind of pressure defense, you have to wait on the rotations. And if you rotate properly, that's what was supposed to happen. Not to say that anybody else would have made that steal, but that's what you do. You rotate. And I had to pretty much, when the ball was up there, I had to knock the ball towards the basket to make the layup, because if I would have just tapped the ball to the left, James Worthy would have had time to block the shot. But I tapped it towards the basket, and he was a little late getting there.